A recent study by McKinsey estimates that companies are accelerating the implementation of their digital transformation plans by as much as 7 years. Graeme Codrington from TomorrowToday Global, our resident futurist, he keeps an eye on what's to come. Graeme, good afternoon to you. You've seen a lot of evidence of this digital acceleration.
Stephen, it's happening all over the world. Probably the best example comes from just this past week. Disney Plus, which is Disney's online streaming platform, so it competes with Netflix and others. They launched in September 2019, and their hope was to have 60 million subscribers by 2024. They announced their quarterly results earlier this week, and they already have 95 million subscribers now. That's just 18 months later. They've upgraded their forecast to say they want 240 million subscribers by 2024. I probably think they're underestimating that. They are moving their entire portfolio of products, past and future, onto the streaming platform. And of course, that then puts pressure on the likes of a Ster-Kinekor or a new Metro, who are not going to get preferential releases. So there's just one example of one industry that's seen COVID accelerating some of their digital rollout plans.
I mean, it really is immense how quickly this is happening. The problem, of course, is can the backbone, and I'm talking about the fiber links, the cell phone data. We all know how expensive data is here, the problems we've had with policy and all of that. I mean, the risk, of course, is that we get left behind again.
Well, look, I think as annual results are put out from various companies in South Africa, we'll see that the likes of MTN and Vodacom and others have had obviously a very good year in the past year in terms of rolling out fiber, rolling out data. But as you say, we have not the best infrastructure. We continue to improve it, and we've had government being really slow in releasing some of the spectrum that they need to release to make sure that here in South Africa, as I suppose across the whole of the African continent, that we're not left behind in this digital acceleration. We can't wait for our COVID crisis to be over before we have a look at how quickly the future is coming towards us.
So what should companies be doing then? I mean, everyone says digital first, but not every company is dishing out laptops.
I think certainly in South Africa, we have to be looking at the realities of the situation that we find ourselves in. Data is expensive. Not everybody's got access to it, and not everybody's got a smartphone. But you can still have a look at a digital implementation plan. For example, the government has just rolled out the website that you can go to enroll to get into the vaccine program. They did that in a number of weeks, and it seems to be working reasonably well. It's not the flashiest website. It's not the most technologically advanced, but it does the job because they were thinking digital first. And I think from a government perspective, issues like SASSA grants and that moving into the digital space is an obvious, easy next step. For companies, they need to just realize that this is the future. If you don't have an e-commerce plan, if you don't have a digital plan, and if you're not accelerating that plan, you might find yourself left behind very, very quickly.
Graeme Codrington from Tomorrow Global, thanks very much indeed.